Welcome back to our YouTube channel Histrology. In this video, we are going to talk about this topic. Nerve tissue. Nerve tissue, also known as nervous tissue, is a specialized tissue that forms the nervous system. It is mainly responsible for the transmission of electrical impulses throughout the body. There are two primary cell types found in nervous tissue. 1. Neurons, nerve cells. 2. Neuroglia, glial cells. 1. Neurons. Neurons, essentially composed of nerve impulses, are actually the main building blocks of nerve tissue. They can conduct signals and communicate speedily over long distances throughout the body. Structure of the neuron. Cell body, soma. It is a central part of the neuron containing the nucleus and the greater part of the cell's organelle. It would process the incoming signals along with maintaining the metabolic activities of the cell. Dendrites, branches from the cell body that pick up signals from other neurons and take them to the cell body. Axon, a long, thin projection that transmits electrical impulses, action potentials, from the cell body to other neurons, muscles, or glands. Axons are typically sheathed in a myelin sheath, which gives them more speed to transmit nerve impulses. Axon terminals, these are actually the most distal axonal branches, which release neurotransmitters to carry the signals onto the next cell. Types of neurons. Sensory neurons, afferent, they transmit an impulse originating from sensory receptors such as skin, eyes, ears, etc., towards CNS. Motor neurons, efferent, they transmit signals from CNS to muscles or glands to create movement or secretion. Interneurons are located in the CNS and are involved in connecting sensory and motor neurons to function in the processing of information and reflexes. Functions of neurons. Detect stimuli from the environment as well as the internal environment. The transport of electrical signals over extensive distances. Conduct impulses to other neurons, muscles, or glands via synaptic transmission. Neuroglia, glial cells. Neuroglia is also referred to as glial cells. Neuroglia are cells which do not conduct electrical impulses but give essential functions which maintain the health of neurons and their operation. Types of neuroglia. 1. Astrocytes, CNS. Star-shaped cells of the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Astrocytes offer structural support for neurons, and it is also responsible for the formation of the blood-brain barrier. They are in charge of regulating the extracellular ion and neurotransmitter concentrations. Participates in repair of nervous tissue after damage. 2. Oligodendrocytes, central nervous system. Forms myelin sheath in CNS, which coats axons and thus speeds nerve impulse conduction. One oligodendrocyte can cover several axons. 3. Microglia, central nervous system. Are the immune cells of the CNS. CNS is in continuous surveillance for signs of trauma or pathogens. Phagocytizes cellular debris and pathogens, as well as damaged neurons. 4. Ependymal cells, CNS. Line the central canal of the spinal cord and the brain's ventricles. Produce and circulate CSF, cushioning the brain and spinal cord. 5. Schwann cells, PNS. Produce the myelin sheath, but in the PNS, just like oligodendrocytes in the CNS. Each Schwann cell has myelinated only one segment of an axon. More responsible in regeneration of damaged nerve fibers of the peripheral nervous system. 6. Satellite cells, PNS. Encircle the neuronal cell bodies in the PNS as ganglia. Provide support to the structure and regulate the microenvironment around the neuron. Functions of neuroglia. Support. Provide a mechanical scaffold to the neurons. Protect, sustain homeostasis or protect neurons from injury and disease. Insulation. Myelinate axons so that nerve impulses are transmitted faster. Repair, aids in the repair and reformation of nervous tissue. Nutrient supply, deliver nutrients as well as oxygen to the neurons. Differences between neurons and neuroglia. Characteristic neurons, neuroglia. Function, transmit electrical signals, impulses, support, protect, and nourish neurons. Shape, contain axons, dendrites, and cell body lack axons or dendrites not. reproduction never go through the process of mitosis, reproductive, can divide and regenerate. Kind sensory, motor, interneurons astrocytes, oligodendrocytes, Schwann cells. Numbers fewer than glial cell count neurons are outnumbered 10 to 1. In this summary of this topic, nerve tissue consists of neurons that transmit signals and neuroglia, which support neurons. Neurons perform the communication in the nervous system regarding electrical impulses. Neuroglia plays a central role in the general maintenance, protection, and activity within the nervous system so that the neurons can carry out and convey signals. Both are integral to the different functions of the nervous system, such as perception, movement, thinking, and function of autonomic.